Hi, you guys! Welcome to my world. I'm Alexa Fanchette, and today, in honor of my birthday, I am doing 27 lessons that I have learned in my 27 years on this earth, you guys. I'm super excited to share these 27 lessons with you guys, so stay tuned. Lesson number 1. Always be kinder than necessary. I feel like I've never regretted being kind to someone, even when they are nasty to me, regardless of how they handled a situation. I've always felt good about myself in being kind and being the bigger person. So always be kinder than necessary is one of my biggest lessons that I've learned so far. Lesson number 2, make your own rules. Society is always setting these rules for you and domesticating you and putting everybody in a box. Make your own rules. Break out of the box. Do what you want to do. Don't follow social norms. Why? You're following a bunch of rules that somebody else has made up because they decided that was best for you. And honestly, only you know what's best for you. Rule number 2 that I love to follow in the lesson that I've learned, break them. Make your own. Do your own thing. Lesson number 3, stop caring what people think. Do not be a slave to other people and their thoughts. The biggest dream killer is what will they think? What will they say? And at the end of the day, it is your life. You owe it to yourself to do all the things that you want to do. So stop caring what they think. It's so easier said than done, but it's a really, really important keystone of like how I became who I've become is not caring what anybody thinks. Lesson number 4, never let anybody define you. Nobody has the right to define you. You define you. Don't let them define you. Don't let the world define you. You define you. You decide who you want to be. Lesson number 5, take care of yourself first. I am such like a nurturer by heart and by nature, and so I love to take care of everybody else, and I will literally have nothing left for me. And I'm learning you can't pour from an empty cup. So I can't be pouring into everybody and everything else and then me running on empty. It's just not sufficient for them and it's not sufficient for me. So take care of yourself first. Put yourself first. Self-care is not selfish. Lesson number 6, stand up for what you believe in. Always. When you know it's right, stand up for it. Stand up for yourself and for what you believe in. Don't be quiet. Don't be meek. Don't be whatever people think you should be. I think you should always stand up for yourself and what you believe in. Don't get me wrong, I think you do have to pick your battles, but for sure, standing up for yourself and what you believe in and being on the right side of history is important. Using your voice. You matter, your opinions matter, so you should stand up for yourself. Lesson number 7, follow your heart. I don't think your heart will ever lead you wrong, so you have to follow your heart. Just do what feels good to you. Do what feels right to you. Lesson number 8, live your dreams. Your dreams. Not your parents' dreams, not your man's dreams, not your kids' dreams. You have to live your dreams for yourself. Live your dreams. They're dreams for a reason. They were put in your heart for a reason. So you have to trust that and you have to believe it. Live your dreams. You should live the life you want to live. Lesson number 8, nothing is too good for you. You are worthy of it all. I think I've always known what I've wanted and what I'm worthy of, but sometimes like living in the South, there's a lot of small-minded people that don't dream that big and they don't think as big as you do, so they're always trying to like minimize you or bring you down a notch. And so that's just a lesson I had to learn, that you are worthy of it all. Just because they don't dream as big as you or they don't think as big as you, that's okay. But that doesn't mean you're not good enough to have it just because nobody else thinks that they're worthy of it or they don't think you're worthy of it. That's their issue, not yours. So you are worthy of it all. Go for it all. Lesson number 10. It is okay to be the first one. It's okay to change the status quo. It's okay to be the first one in your family to go to an Ivy League. It's okay to be the first one in your family to be blue collar. It's okay to be whatever your first is. It's okay to step out and be that first. Like, I don't know anybody in my family that's went the whole entertainment route, but I am, and I'm okay being the first. It's okay breaking barriers and doing new things. Break them, do it. It's okay to be the first. Being first doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means you're the first one to do it. Lesson number 11. We all have something to offer the world, and it is a disservice to not only the world, but it's a disservice to yourself. you should give it. Give of yourself. If you can't do it for yourself, then do it for others. Your purpose has to be bigger than your fears. Lesson number 12. The 3 things that are the most important to develop, I think, are faith, discipline, and confidence. Without those 3 things, you will get nothing accomplished, or very little accomplished. You will not be able to maximize your true abilities in yourself if you don't have those 3 things. So those 3 things are super important, and you should start developing them as soon as possible. Lesson number 13, always operate from a place of love. Whatever you do, make sure it's coming from a loving place. If it's not coming from a loving place, then you probably should not do it. And I know that is so easier said than done, but I think it's a really good thing to just filter yourself and make sure you're doing things for the right reasons. I think it's a really good standard to have. So it's one of mine that I really try to practice. Lesson number 14, don't be afraid to fail. Failure is inevitable when you've gone after something great. I think if you haven't failed, then you've never really tried anything scary, or you've never tried anything really new or outside of your comfort zone. I feel like failure are where the lessons are learned and where character is built a lot of the times. I think it just kind of shows what you're made out of. So I think it's a good thing. I feel like you should fail at lots of things because you at least tried at a lot of things, and eventually you will succeed. Success is inevitable if you keep trying. The only time you truly fail is when you stop trying. Giving up is the only form of failure that I believe in, when you give up. So yeah. Lesson number 15, you can do, be, and have anything you want to do, be, and have, as long as you're willing to put the work in and you're willing to push past the doubt and fears and know that you're worthy of it. You can do, be, and have anything you want to do, be, and have. I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart. Lesson number 16, believe in yourself. But not only believe in yourself, bet on yourself. We put our faith and our beliefs in all kinds of things, like the government. It will fail you. Your job, they could fail you. Believe in you. Bet on you. At the end of the day, besides God, it's you. It's all on you. So bet on yourself. Why not believe in yourself? We put faith in all these other things and all these other entities, and we won't put it into ourselves. So bet on ourselves. Bet on you. Lesson number 17, seek God in everything you do. If you seek God in everything you do, there is no way you can go wrong. Literally, there's no way. Seek God in everything you do, and your path shall be straight. Lesson number 18, be quick to forgive. Forgiveness is a very tricky thing, and it's a very hard thing, but it's necessary. Regardless of what that person did to you, you need to forgive them, because it's not good for you to be holding on to that poison and resentment. It's just not healthy. So forgive quickly. Just let it go. Get over it. I know it hurts. I know it's painful. I know it's hard, but it's super important for you and for you to move on in your growth and your happiness. Lesson number 18, trust your instincts. I always trust my instincts and my gut. They never lead me wrong. Anytime I've gone against them, something normally does not go right, or I end up getting hurt in some kind of way because I did not go with my gut and my instincts. So trust your gut, trust your instincts. And I think that just go back to trusting yourself. Trust yourself well enough to know that you can feel what's right for you. Lesson number 20, mindset is everything. And I know that's a super trendy topic right now, mindset, but it is so true. Your mind creates your world. It creates your world and how you perceive things and what kind of day you're gonna have. So focusing on making sure your mindset is good and positive is super important. 21, learning the concept of abundance, and that the universe is abundance, and there's enough for us all, and there's a big world out there, and there's enough for everybody. I think it's an important concept to learn, because a lot of people are coming from a lack mentality, or have a lack mentality mindset that there's not enough, and I have to do this and I have to do that, or there won't be enough for me, or there won't be another shot. And it's just an unhealthy way to think and a way to live. And if you think that way, there's always never going to be enough. There's always going to be a lack. So having an abundant mindset and knowing that the universe and God is abundant and there are endless possibilities, there's endless life, I think is super important. Lesson number 22, comparison is a thief of all joy, especially when you're sucked in the social media black hole of comparing your life to somebody's controlled content. You will drive yourself crazy. What's meant for you is already yours, and nobody can take it away from you. So don't compare. Lesson number 23. Don't put anybody on a pedestal. People, as much as they love you, your friends, your family, your parents, your man, your girl, your wife, whatever, people will fail you. It is inevitable. So do not put them on a pedestal. Do not put that amount of pressure on them. It's unfair to you and it's unfair to them because inevitably they will fail you at some point in time. So don't put anybody on a pedestal and really just focus on being independent and being your own source and your own guide other than God. I think that should just be it. It should be just mainly you and God, and everybody else be extra. Everybody else is just extra, but it's mainly just you and him. Lesson number 24, learning the difference between fans, friends, relatives, family. They're all very different categories, and you have to know who to put in what category, because even if they're related to you does not necessarily make them family. That does not necessarily mean they are going to ride for you and do for you like you think they would. And sometimes you have to put your friends in the family category, and because you know that they're going to be there for you, because you know they're going to ride for you. And sometimes people are just fans. They care about what you produce, but they don't really care about you as a person. And once you stop producing, then they have jumped off the bandwagon. So yeah, you have to learn the difference between that. That was like a really important lesson for me to learn, because it'll save you a lot of heartbreak. I think keeping your circle tight is important. I don't think you should have too many people knowing like the ins and real of your life, because there's just not that many authentic people that'll be there for you and that'll be down for you and that are loyal. I think it's really hard to find, and I think the more people that you have in your circle, the harder is that to like watch and to monitor and to like make sure that you're having the right energy around you. I think that's super important. Lesson number 26, learning to be unbothered. I think it's a really important skill set to learn, because I know me, I get super emotionally involved in everything and everybody I love. So I just had to learn not to be so emotionally attached to everything and everybody and be unbothered by their decisions, because you just have to learn people are going to do what they're going to do, and you can't let it affect you too much. Lesson number 27, learning how to protect your energy, I think is super important. I'm an empath, so I feel everything, and it can be really emotionally draining, and it can just bother my energy, and I'm super just sensitive anyway. So I have to like learn how to protect my energy and make sure I'm good. So I'm constantly feeding myself with like positive things, positive vibes, positive people. I think it's really important to feed your soul good stuff. Okay, you guys, so that is it for my 27 lessons. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. Leave me a comment. Let me know which lesson was your favorite and which one you got the most out of. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see from me. Like, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. So I so appreciate it and I am so grateful. I love you. Mwah!
But